I don't know if we've shown this on film, but the tag says Busa. Why, Suzuki? Why did you do this? Why does it exist?
Spite, you've got a good runway here if you want to give it some gas. See how it feels.
Oh my god. Like I'm white knuckling this bike. I can feel it in my fingers.
You're just hanging on for dear life. Yeah, double check because you don't want to miss this video. You don't want to screw this one up. Spite, what are we doing today?
Oh boy, this is first ride on the Busa.
Maiden voyage. So let me think of the schedule. I'm pretty sure this video will come out. This is the second Busa episode we make. So you guys at this point will have already seen me taking it out up from San Antonio back to Austin, giving my super initial kind of first ride on it, literally back from the dealership. But now I think it's time to capture your Busa virginity being taken on film. It feels a little pornographic, but we'll try to keep it clean. What are you feeling? What are you feeling?
If I'm totally honest, first of all, it's just a little bit of nerves because it's having heard what you've said about it. It's not just like any leader bike.
No,
you know?
No. Yeah,
because I've ridden a couple of leader bikes in my time, but nothing like this. So
it's just much more jet ski like. You know, it's just much more point and shoot kind of a bike. Yeah, like I was saying, man, the only thing to watch out for is the throttle. Once you kind of let off the clutch and let it go, this is it. This is all you have to give it. You just barely open it and it'll start going. Otherwise, it'll over rev and stuff. But why don't you mount up and tell me what you kind of feel? Because you ride an Interceptor, so for the people at home, right?
Yeah. So first things first, my Interceptor has higher bars. I can feel that this is much more leaned over than my bike. But the main thing that you don't realize is just how wide the seat is. I feel like I'm on a horse.
You're literally like this.
Yeah.
I'm looking at you right now, yeah.
And even when I'm pinching my feet together, or my knees together, it's like I'm on a horse. It's gigantic.
Yeah.
And then this, of course, is just, a massive substitute for masculinity, shall we say.
Exactly, yeah. It's definitely compensating for something. And then just in case you forget what bike you're on,
I mean, how could you?
How could you forget, honestly?
Especially, I don't know if we've shown this on film, but the tag says Busa.
Yep. It's year 2007, no make, no model, just Busa. That's it. All right, why don't you start her up for us?
All right.
We got to pull the clutch in a lot.
Yep.
And then give it a little bit of beans when you start it.
I'm going to whack the clutch lever forward a little bit.
That's the only way to start a Busa, man.
There we go. All right, now I got to try and maneuver this freaking whale.
That thing is look at it, dude. From this angle, holy shit. And you're a bigger guy than me, too. So I must look even sillier on that thing.
Oh, my God.
Wait, go back, Spite. He's already gone. The Busa boy's gone.
This is a bike that requires a mature rider.
Oh my God,
oh my
yes.
God.
Just wait, so we're actually, for the folks at home, we're heading down this road and we're going to take a right on a road that's a bit more of a highway. Actually, we should probably turn left so you don't face too many corners, so just so you can get a sense for the straight line acceleration on it. So why don't you hang a left on 2222 and then give it just a little bit of beans in second just to see what you think. Cool.
Man, the throttle is twitchy. It doesn't have a great on-off feel. I think that's just because of the tune, because it does have a tune on it. But man alive, is this thing ridiculous. But it's so comfortable. It's so comfortable.
Do you see what I was saying when we drove it back from San Antonio, where I was like, man, you could just slap down miles on the Busa all day. It's just a highway warrior for sure. That is an imposing machine, man. Holy shit.
Yeah, and I can't even hold it up.
No, that's what I was telling you, right? It's you
like-
can't even hold it up. I cannot wait till you get on this highway. Goose it a little in second gear. Yeah, just whenever you do, just be mindful because second gear will do like 95 miles an hour. So have some fun with it, feel it out, but remember, respect it.
Remember, it's a rocket ship.
Yeah.
Holy shit. It's so effortless.
Yeah, isn't it? Do you see the speedometer just bury into the speed?
Yup. That was just a little, and I'm doing 90.
Yeah, I'm having trouble keeping up with you, honestly. It's crazy.
I think that's just the thing about this motorcycle that I would say, having literally never ridden a bike like this, it's just effortless. You don't have to think, it just does it.
Yep.
Dude, this is ridiculous. It's the fact that this exists. Like, you know, we talk about motorcycles being, you know, this weird thing in a safety-obsessed culture. The fact that this exists in a safety-obsessed culture.
Yeah, the fact that the Busa was ever made, you know, or anything like the Busa was ever made blows my mind.
This is where it was meant to be, though. Like,
yeah, just straight line, high speeds, that's it.
Like, anything else, even those little corners that we did, I mean, it was not having a great time. It did it, but it kind of feels like a Harley, but lean forward.
Yeah.
Although, just 1,000 times more powerful. Like,
yes.
At the end of this road is Lime Creek, and I cannot imagine a worse thing to do in life than take this bike down Lime Creek.
Yeah, no way. It leans over so slowly. It just does not flick in quick at all.
You know, I don't think of this as a sport bike. Having sat on it for a bit, I think of it as a cruiser. Honestly.
Yeah, it's definitely not a sport bike. I couldn't even qualify it as a sport touring bike. That's a yellow light up there. Please stop this time.
Yep. It's not a sport bike. It's just not. It looks like one, kinda, if you squint. But it's just...
It's almost like if like a little kid got the chance to just like make a sport bike, you know?
Uh-huh.
And like all the stats were put into speed and nothing else. So how much throttle have you given it so far?
Next to none. Literally next to none.
I really want you to get into the meat of it a little bit. We're bogged down here with some traffic, so maybe we can hang a right on, I think it's 620 or whatever that road is, before Lime Creek and all the twisty stuff. Because I don't want to subject you to that. That just sounds miserable. Yeah, and to kind of, from my perspective on this, like after I've ridden the Busa for about 2 days now in a row, I haven't ridden anything else. Jumping back on something like the CB just reminds me how much I love normal motorcycles. I love just a regular bike. Like, this is so nice, you know?
This is not a bike. It's just not. Like, you're in a completely different, you're on two wheels, sure, but you're in such a different mindset.
Yes. Doesn't it make you like, I mean, we talked about this, how different bikes make you want to do different things, but doesn't that one, you just know exactly what it's built to do when you sit on it, you know?
Yeah. Like,
there's no question.
Yeah, this needs to be on an airport runway.
Yes.
Just, Jesus Christ. Why, Suzuki? Why did you do this? Why does it exist?
There's a reason the Japanese government was like, stop this madness.
Yeah.
Don't do this anymore.
Because it's literally stunning how stupid this is.
Yeah. And I think, honestly, that's the reason why it's kind of fallen out of favor as the time has gone on, because, you know, something like a brand new S1000RR is faster than a Busa, and it has that lightweight feeling, and it still can carve up racetracks, you know? Whereas the Busa, it's literally only good at one thing. But having ridden an S1000RR and a ZX10 on track and stuff, the way the Busa makes its power is completely different than a leaner bike. Holy
Jesus Christ, man. Just...
What gear was that, like third or fourth? You weren't even revving that hard.
That was second gear, and I was like a quarter throttle.
Yeah.
I barely opened it up, and I just passed you like it was nothing.
Yeah.
Like, honestly, you need to abandon all concepts of speed to get on this bike.
Yeah.
Because it's fast, but it's not just fast, it's
unrelenting speed, in my opinion. Like, that's what makes it unique, is because, like, you go, it doesn't stop pulling ever. It just keeps going. It's
and there's always
unbelievable.
more.
Yeah, there's always more. That's why now, after I've ridden it, now you've ridden it for a bit, can you imagine putting a turbo on that thing?
God, no.
It'd be horrifying.
It would actually be, it would be the stuff of nightmares.
Yeah.
Because this bike, for those at home, has no rider aids.
Nothing.
It's this and this. That's all you got.
That's it. And that's what I was telling you whenever we pulled out of my place and the tires were cold and I got on a little bit. The Busa breaks traction because it has a torque fix. Any gear, any rev, really, it'll just break traction really easily because it's not going to protect you at all.
Yeah, it does not care.
Man, it's got the deepest tone to it, though. You can just tell it's a big-ass engine. You know, I gotta say, after we kind of wiped it down a little bit, it looks really good going down the road.
Yeah, for being crusty, it's really not that bad, honestly.
Yeah,
it's
come by you right here and get a little shot of it. Yeah, it looks great. You know, when you get up closer, you realize it's not perfect, but it's, to be honest, for a 12-year-old motorcycle, it's in really good nick.
Yeah, I mean, I've seen way worse bikes.
Yeah.
It revs up so fast, too.
Yeah.
Like,
the thing that's crazy to see as well, it's like I was telling you, if you watch the speedometer, the way it moves through the speed is just, it feels like a video game. It's unbelievable how fast it buries that needle.
Yo, honestly, I have nothing but respect for a human being who can put a turbo on this bike and ride it on the street and still be alive.
Yes.
Because it's just fast. I don't have anything else to say about it. It's just fast. Stupid, stupid fast. It has no respect for us mortals and our laws.
No. The only thing it desires is speed.
Yup. I think with some given time, I could really learn to love it. Because there is a lot to like about it once you understand the whole package.
Yeah. Yeah, definitely.
And you're like, what do you think there is to understand? I mean, you need to realize it's 1,300 cc's of unstoppable speed. And I'm seeing this dude in the Malibu looking over at the Busa.
Everyone, that's something we were talking about off camera. It's like, I feel like when I'm on the Busa, people are looking at me more, for sure. Yep. You know, like, I think people know that it's just this, I mean, you see the red Hayabusa logo, the kanji, the size of it. I think you're just like, what is that thing? Like, oh shit, it's a Busa. And then you're like, damn, that's a fast motorcycle. That's all you know. You know what I mean?
Yeah, you basically don't need to know anything about it other than it's fast.
Yeah. Despite you've got a good runway here if you want to give it some gas. Just see how it feels.
Oh my god. Like, I was just, you're right, it just buries that speedo needle instantly.
Yep.
It's just so fast. I can absolutely feel that just spirit of speed pushing you down the highway.
Yep.
Like, I don't know what gear I'm in, but I don't think it matters. Here we go. Just, it's got so much torque.
Yep.
Everywhere.
It's just unrelenting.
I don't even, I honestly, I don't, why is this legal?
It is strange, isn't it? Where they were like, we're gonna build a motorcycle, and the sole purpose of it is to do 200 miles per hour, or whatever it is that the top speed is. It's like, is that allowed? Should we allow that? It's kind of crazy, isn't it? And then in America, you can go and buy one of those at 18 years old with an M endorsement.
Yeah. Like
Nothing's stopping you.
If you want your first bike to be a Busa, go do it. But like,
it's a very bad idea.
It's so horrific. It's horrifying. There is no wrong gear.
Nope. I genuinely cannot keep up with you because I'm on this naked bike and I'm on like the wind is in my way. I see you like you're not even trying, but you keep pulling away from me.
Yep, just like.
Yep.
That little bit. There is no wrong gear. It's incredible to be on a bike where no matter what you do, if you open the throttle, it will go forward.
Yep.
Which makes me wonder what it would feel like to be in the right gear and just go like full throttle.
It is ludicrous.
But with a taller windscreen, you know, maybe a cover for the arm, for your fingers, you could sit on this all day.
Yep.
Slightly taller bars so you're up, you're not kind of like lean forward. Because it's just incredibly stable at high speeds.
Absolute highway muncher.
Why, Suzuki? Why did you do this? Why? Oh, good lord. It commands a respect like no other bike I've ever ridden before.
Yeah, when you're on it, you know exactly what it's about, and maybe that's why they put the Hayabusa plaque on the triple tree, because it's like just in case you decide to disrespect it.
Yeah. Like you hear about ghost riding every now and again, where a rider falls off and the bike goes like miles down the highway. This is a ghost rider bike right here. Like if you fall off of this thing, it'll just go straight because it's got 1300 cc's. It doesn't really engine brake. It'll just go.
Actually, I'm pretty sure that when a rider falls off a Busa, it immediately takes off into space and hangs out with Rossi. I'm pretty sure that's what has to happen.
Like just so I think I'm in 6th gear. Nope, nope. I was in 4th gear. I'm in 6th gear, 3,500 RPM, 70 miles an hour. 1, 2, 3. There it is. It's Busa time, baby. I didn't even realize I was in 4th gear.
Yeah.
Excuse me, I'm on a Busa. Like I'm white knuckling this bike. I can feel it in my fingers.
You're just hanging on for dear life.
Yeah, this is a ride to survive bike. I'm squeezing the shit out of the throttle trying to not accidentally open it a little too much.
That's why it's so hairy whenever you're taking it through corners, because the throttle, because it is quite twitchy, like, man, opening it up is just, Jesus.
All right, here we go.
Jesus Christ.
Man. Holy shit.
What gear are you in?
That was 3rd gear, I think.
Oh, this car almost got into you. That was nice. He saw the Busa and he's like, nope, you got the left, buddy. It's all you.
God, this makes me pine for the sanity of my VFR.
Yep. Yeah, once you jump back on a normal motorcycle after the Busa, it really makes you appreciate how awesome and fun they are.
You just start seeing things stretch as you're literally like warping through time.
Yep.
But then you drop it into 6th gear and you go straight and you just do this.
Yeah, isn't it crazy how tame it is in 6 and just cruising at like 60 or 70? It just feels like it's doing nothing. It's so under stressed.
Yeah, it's not like I'm 3,200 RPM, 60 miles an hour. Just like, you know, it needs highway pegs.
Yeah, I'm at 5,000 on the CB650.
Like, honestly, not a lot of bikes scare me. This kind of scares me.
That's what I said about it too. Like, you have a very slight feeling of terror when you're on the Busa.
it's so easy to do something so stupid.
Yes, yes. Like, you hold the throttle just a little too long, and you're doing 110 instead of 90, like that, you know?
Yeah. And you can't feel the bike because it's gonna lie to you. You know, a lot of people are like, okay, I am at the point with my motorcycle that I know exactly where I'm at speed-wise just because I can feel it.
Yeah.
If you feel this motorcycle vibrating, you're like at 120 miles an hour.
Yeah, your sense of speed really dilates with the Busa, I would say. You can't really tell how fast you're going until you look down. So, Spite, we've been on the bikes for a little bit. Give us some final thoughts on the Busa. What do you think?
Oh, man. The only thing I have to say about it is that it is just pure, raw speed. It's all it is. And it's almost uncontrollable how fast it is. However, it's literally a perfect duality because when you're just at neutral throttle, it's fine. It's so happy doing.
Yeah.
But you give it any extra juice and it's gone. And I hate that about certain bikes because it's so fatally dangerous.
Yeah.
And this bike actually does scare me. So
I think that's why as soon as you took off, the first thing you said, you were like, this requires a very mature rider, otherwise you will get in a lot of trouble with this bike.
Yeah. So, Busa boys, got mad respect for you.
Mad respect for the Busa boys. Y'all are crazy.
Yeah, I will
Crazy
not
out
be
there on the
joining you.
Busa. Yeah, no way.
But holy man. I can say I've ridden a Busa.
Yep. Alright guys, that's going to wrap up today's initial impressions on the Busa from Spite. Hope you enjoyed. Hope you're loving the Busa videos so far. Remember, if you want to join us and modify this Busa, talk about the Busa, hit up the link on yammie.co. Our Discord boys are happily watching this video and knowing that they saw the Busa weeks before that it actually went live. Always keeping them up to date on there, so if you want the best chance to modify the Busa, talk about the Busa, or just hang out with me and Spite on the Discord server, that's the best way to do it. So with that, we'll catch you guys next time. See you later.